Hey there. I want to share some key product updates from our November release of Scite. The first one is a big one, a brand new homepage, navigation, and footer. This is where you start and how you move around the product. So one big change that we made was to focus on refining and simplifying the entry prompt. So you can now ask your natural language question in a single input box, which is going to be the Scite Assistant. This will jump you right into the experience, and there's a lot less options for you to have to figure out. You can just get started. You can choose to ask a question and jump into a standard chat response format. You can choose to use table mode to get a tabular spreadsheet style representation of the data output. And you can also make changes to the settings if you want to go deeper and change configurations around models and reference ranges and reference parameter and which journals and dashboards to scope your query to. You can also do that as well. And we're actually going to improve this heavily very soon. We're going to make some changes to the assistant settings modal to make this much easier to use and start allowing you to do some really cool things that I'll be sharing soon as well. So the navigation update just is much simpler now. We have Assistant, we have Search, which are core products of ours. And then we have the More menu, which will show additional features and functionality that you can access, and some that I'll share very soon in this video. Then you can also move through the entire homepage and get information about use cases for Scite, some of our publishers that we work with, some of the organizations that we work with, what sets Scite apart from other different services, as well as some additional information about Scite. The footer is also completely redesigned and is much simpler and provides access to information that you can get from the bottom of any page across the site. Now, let's jump over to the assistant experience and look, do different species of trees and plants communicate through the mycelium network? I'm a nerd about trees. Doesn't really matter for this purpose, but asking this question obviously surfaces a response. It gives us all of our different citation statements that are relevant here. We can see the references also listed inside of the sidebar. But if we click over to search strategy, you're going to see this new format for what we use to describe the searches used for this specific assistant output. So these are the searches that assistant ran to find those references. And you can see it's using this unique keyword Boolean search syntax. So it's showing, these or statements, it's showing things in quotes, it's showing parentheses to group different parts of the query. And if you click on this, you're going to see this run inside of a Scite Search experience where you can get all of that data. You can see the results that it's pulling from. So we're looking at about 30,000 different results here that's pulling back into our output. You can edit the search, new ones, change it. But what we find really interesting here is also being able to copy this syntax. You get this Boolean search query. You could take this over to other places where you can try and get more fine-tuned results data back in different places. And we think this portable nature is really effective and helpful. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here is what you might have seen in the top of the More menu, which is patents. So patents is our patents search experience. This is currently being rolled out in public beta. We're going to roll this out to 100% of users soon. We're looking for feedback and really trying to refine this. But this search experience is built on top of our patents data set of over 90 million patent families and 200 million patent applications. So you can come in here and you can search by topic, company, inventor, or a specific patent number if you have it. Very similar to the Scite Search experience. Now, this is currently a separate experience, but we're planning on unifying these more deeply as we understand how patents data is being used, what's most useful to surface, and what sort of changes and improvements we can make. So if I was to look up something like carbon fiber wings here and just search for what patents are available, you'll see we have about 6,100 results that are pulled back in a very quick manner. If I open up patents filters here, and you can see there's lots of different filters that we have available to take that large data set and continue to filter it down further and further. So if I wanted to look at just patents that pertain to the tag of airfoil, I could apply that filter, and then we're going to see just 184 results here. So you can see on each of the patent cards, we have information about that patent. If you were to open that card itself, you get to the dedicated experience for that individual patent. That includes the abstract information, the ability to download that PDF directly, an overview of all that patent information, description, any claims, as well as images that you can view as well. So this is a very early preview of what we're bringing to the patents experience in terms of searching. We're also going to integrate that inside of the assistant. So when you start asking your natural language questions, you're going to be able to use generative AI and have those conversations in a very similar output and way that is currently being done with all of the literature that we're currently looking at, but with patents data. We're really excited about that, and there's a lot more to come. Please reach out to us if you ever have any feedback. We're always looking to continue to improve the product, and there will be more soon. Thanks.